Because I'm trying to do a really good job on these videos, I'm going to be looking back at the videos that I've just done before I move on to the next one, just to review, to see if any thoughts come to me that might be confusing, need to be cleared up, any topics that we've covered, because I've gone through all the same processes that you've been through in learning this application. So what we're going to do is we're going to remind ourselves where we are. You'll find that just repetitive motion will remove any of the obstacles that you might have. Whenever in doubt, and whenever you want to go to the very top of the project, just go to View All Clusters. This takes you to the project management page, Theme Clusters. Okay, and we know that we're in the VOMA. Flora Life is the project, VOMA is the phase, Flower Essences is the primary keyword that I used as my stake in the ground to anchor a bunch of sandbox or brainstorm keywords where I'm just, remember the purpose of the VOMA phase is to segment, to find the market segment, size, and shape, as well as cost and traffic overall. Okay, it's a place just like in Robert Allen's getting things done. The brainstorming session and the natural planning process is a place for non-judgment, and that's what VOMA is about. You can start isolating things later on in phase 1. You'll spend a lot of time in VOMA because you're trying to look up and down the vertical. We've only drilled into one topic, flower essences. And it's during this phase that you should also be thinking about importing keywords for your client from the client's list. These are what we call the 9 species of keywords in the client list. These keywords, the client species of keywords, should be imported, and we're going to do that in the next couple of videos. But first we're going to rehash what it is that is going through my mind when I look at this. This general overview right here alone is worth saving a lot of time and is worth a lot of money, simply because you can see the new age as well as psychological keywords that are being used. And if you just cursor over, one thing I did leave out is that you can get the cost, traffic, competing number of pages for many of these types of things. Let me just see, 68 cents. Here's crystals, depression. Now, you would have to break away and drill into these vertical themes to find the co-occurrence. But these are not things that you want to do right now. Remember, when you're looking for a small business, you're not going to try to swallow every single keyword in the first. Most people do not have the financial backing to create articles and silos for all 5 or 10 vertical markets that the primary keyword, topic, or theme that they're already going for may have some kind of market convergence point for. It's just too much. But you can be, in fact, you can be building a list so large and prioritizing a list so large for a client that they can be working on it in the next year. Okay, so the idea is to get first the blueprint that they want now. You can come back to these things later on. Now, I don't want to leave any stone unturned here, so you need to understand, and it's very hard to get this through in a video, that I've talked to this client quite extensively about his purpose and almost performed kind of a coaching, what John Keel would call an online business advisory, where I'm trying to find out what it is that he wants. Like Bob Proctor would say, tell me what you want and I'll show you how to get it. And as I talk to the client, a lot of the alchemy happens just in the discussion with him. And we are going to import, probably in the next video, I'm going to show you how to take all the keywords and dreams and fantasies that the client thinks he wants to rank for. And Dr. Brent has quite a lot of them. He feels like he wants to go for every converging tradition on earth, consciousness, wants to go for the consciousness, the vibrational medicine, homeopathy, applied kinesiology. All these things probably have overlaps within his market. But what I really discovered is that he does have Dr. Bach is Smiling. The original product array was Bach Flower Remedies. He's actually created something that's much broader and vaster than even Bach, and maybe a new tradition actually. So he can honor Dr. Bach, but he's not going to be carrying any of those products. And notice that Bach owns a lot of this market, and this market is still fairly small. I got a lot of good information out of Dr. Brent, who has actually paid for UPC data on direct sales in the flower remedy industry in the United States. Found that there's probably only about $30 or $40 million in that market, and that's pretty good to know. That's good data. Don't throw any kind of data out. But one of the most powerful things that is not Bach flower remedies that appears down below is vibrational essence. With a little more research, I found in a drill down, which we will do live, that vibrational medicine is kind of a category that it can look towards. We'll import when we come back.